Yo, what's up guys? It's Pygoz here, the CryptoPy, and today we're going to be looking at both Bitcoin and EOS and Ethereum, guys. So, yeah, let's just get started with Bitcoin, guys. I removed all my drawing, so, I can go over it with you guys on how I simply do that, right? It's very simple, guys. So, the first thing that we can see is we're just gonna draw some lines, right? So we're gonna go to Ray down here, and we'll take like this low here, kinda this low, right? And then we'll take this one. It's about there, guys. It's not exact science, right? You can see I didn't do it exactly. If I want to do it exactly, I need to turn on the magnet mode here, and then I can like snap, and then I'll snap here as well to get the exact low. That is one way to do it, but it's not always good to be exact, guys. So, let's just have as many points, from the bottom as bouncing here, so we can actually see what the bottom is. And basically, we need to bounce from here, right? You can already see that without having any Fibonacci on there whatsoever. So then what we do is we'll take this same top point right here, and we'll place it on top of here, kind of, right? You can see we're in a triangle here. So yeah, and I mean, this triangle needs to at some point break out, so, or break down, guys. Also keep that in mind. We can also break down. So I mean, that's just how it is, right? I mean, I could also put it like so we can have this top here. See, you don't need to be exact, guys. I mean, yes, it went above here then, but that doesn't matter too much, okay? So yeah, you still have your triangle, and it needs to break out of that. So we'll just go with that. I like to still have it up here though, so I'll keep it up here, guys. And so right now what I like to do is have my Fibonacci, right? So I take my Fibonacci, and I'll take this swing point low right around there, and this swing point high right there, and you see that the 786 is exactly at this this triangle. So so we, it's to me it was clear as day that we had to bounce from 72, and I basically made a trade based on it, right? And I told you guys about it yesterday, and that was on EOS. So this is Bitcoin for now, guys. Let's jump onto the EOS chart right here. What I said, guys, was the 0.5's been reached. We perhaps could go down to 618. I would buy more right down here. I would. So I didn't buy more, but I was still in, since this 0.5 basically, because it's a Fibonacci level and we do need to see some kind of bounce. And that's what happened, right? I mean, basically went up 10%. Then in my Telegram, I said when it was up 10%, like I'm locking in the 10%, because it went higher. So if it falls back, then it stops me out, and that's exactly what happened. So right now, what will happen? I mean, will I go in again? It depends on how the market reacts here. That is, I will certainly go back in, but that depends on, I mean, probably make a Fibonacci from this bottom right now and then to this high, and I much rather enter around these EMAs route right down here, right? So yeah, or perhaps it will just consolidate on this trend line, on this triangle that we broke out of. So yeah, we'll have to see, guys. We'll have to see. But don't be afraid of putting a lot of Fibonacci's on your chart, guys. It's so helpful. It always reacts to these Fibonacci's. I mean, I would never try to buy at a 236, but hey, whoever did right now had a tiny little bounce, right? I mean, what would you have? Like a 1 or 2%. But I'm a huge buyer. Like, well, not huge buyer, but a huge believer in buying the 0.5 and then the 618 again. So never go all in, all crazy at the 0.5. But then, when it hits that 618, you better, start it's loading up a little, you know, double what you loaded up on the 0.5. If it drops to the 786, you put in double of what you put in at the 618. So you get a really nice average, guys. That is how you do position trading. And I mean, you know, it's a safe way, and it's a, well, not entirely safe, of course, but it's a good way to make some good money. All right, let me just say it like that. Now, if you would go all in at the 0.5, because sometimes it bounces there and never gets to the 618, so I don't have a big position in. I understand that, guys. But if you do that, you better have your stop set tight. All right, and you know, you need to have a stop then, like a very tight stop. Now, if you go in a little bit, that stop isn't that necessary, right? Because you can average down, and I know a lot of people tell you averaging down is bad, but if you average down double the amount, you know, you get a great average in total. So never play with all your money, guys, and just have some extra. Then obviously, so the time you need to take a loss, guys, is if it actually makes it a lower low on a high time frame. Okay, so obviously, you know, if you bought here the first time on the 0.5, you would have had this bounce. So there's no way you would have been in loss. Then the next time it hits that 0.5 again, okay, so you scale in again. Or if you're conservative, you wait for the 618, but it never happened. So what I did was, I just bought a little bit again, like what was it, like 0.2 or so, 0.2 Bitcoin or something like that. And then just wait it out, and I would buy here 0.4, and if it goes down here, I'll add in another 0.8. So that was my plan on EOS, guys. A great position, right? But if really lower lows are made on the higher time frame, I mean like this, guys, on the daily, if you break this point, that is very significant. Okay, that is very significant. That is the time that then it's not looking good anymore. So yeah, guys, EOS right now, I mean, I already took my profits, and I'm glad I did, because it's falling again, right? So yeah, I'm waiting for to hit these EMAs or so, and probably buy again around here. It all depends on what Bitcoin's doing, though. All right, so that is EOS for you right now, guys. Then we'll go look at so before I end with EOS, the next time, let's say you buy here, I'm looking for potential targets of the -236 around here, right? Very conservative, because we are not like super bullish right now. So yeah, I'm very conservative with my targets, but still, guys, that will be a nice 12% gain again. So yeah, keep that in mind, guys. Just have your trades planned out and trade your plan, right? That's all you have to do. It's not rocket science. So then, like I said, guys, I'll go over Ethereum as well, because Ethereum is it's not as big as Bitcoin, but it's definitely really big. So it's huge. So yeah, we'll look at Ethereum as well, right? So Ethereum actually hit that 618 perfectly on the US dollar pair. So if you got in at 540, guys, that's good on you. Okay, so I mean, you're up 8% as well, so that's not looking too bad. Is the bounce done on Ethereum already? I mean, that would be a weaker bounce than the EOS, so I'm glad I called out EOS yesterday for you guys. If you were not in the 0.5 yet, but like I said yesterday, I was already in on the 0.5 fib, so I was waiting for that 618 area, right? And it didn't hit, so I'm only in with a little bit. But hey, even little bits, guys, make like 10% on a 0.2, you make 0.02 Bitcoin. Okay, so it's just like that. So yeah, you just got to be happy with whatever you make, guys. All the small bits will add up. Now, of course, if it would have dropped further, I would have had more Bitcoin in the raise and therefore made more money. But Ethereum, guys, 618, And if we look at the Ethereum Bitcoin pair, where is it? Ethereum Bitcoin right here. What did we hit here? Oh, let's put a Fibonacci on here. This was the low, right, guys? This was the low, and then we'll take this up here. That is not done at all. I mean, to be honest, guys, that's 236, not even a 38.2. You know, I will be looking at the 0.5 to 618 area. However, with Ethereum, guys, you have to keep in mind that you also have to look at the USD pair at all times. So, you know, this is definitely interesting to look at as well, because Ethereum is such a big trade crypto that looking at the USD pair is almost mandatory. All right, so yeah, it's looking pretty okay for Ethereum. I mean, I'll put my 2 route down here because it's 618, right? And we hit that. So the number 3, I originally had that at 1135, but if we actually bounce from here, I'm not that bullish anymore. So I'm gonna put it at the 236 for now, and then we'll perhaps have like a retrace here, and then we'll have a 0.5 to that 618. Okay, so this is how I have it right now, a little bit like that. Yeah, this is how I'm gonna have it right now, guys, because of the simple fact that, I mean, Bitcoin retracing to almost 786 is not bullish. Okay, so yeah, I'll keep Ethereum like this. So what are we targeting for Ethereum is around $994 if this wave actually goes through. 968 actually, you know, we'll take these tops. So yeah, 950, 960 if, you know, if a bounce happens, guys, and then that would mean a breakout of this triangle that we're in on Ethereum. So that is absolutely looking good if that happens. But that's a big if, guys, because I'm not only a bull, guys. You know, I also like to protect my money, right? My capital, and by doing so, you will not. Let's say we get a lower low on Bitcoin. Right? I don't want to think about it, but if we do, we were talking about it last, you know, yesterday in Telegram. You know, people are like, "Oh yeah, well, I'll buy at 5K then." I'll be like, you know, it's we had a bounce here, yeah. You might get another little bounce, but then guess what, guys? Your next area is the 3K area, all right? You don't want a lower low. If you want a lower low, you're basically telling me you want 3K Bitcoin. Now that is not a nice feeling, 3K Bitcoin, unless you you sell even up here at 7.5, because then you can buy, you know, double. But yeah, I mean, 3K Bitcoin, guys, that is something to consider. That is something to consider. And I don't want to be bearish here, okay? But it's just how it is. So yeah, if we just can't break this, okay? So guys, I want you to make sure that you put, I don't care about the top line, okay? But I want you to put that bottom line on here. So, you know, put like, take this point, and then you have your triangle, okay? So we cannot break that. We cannot break that, because then we'll most likely get a lower low. And a lower low means, well, a little bounce on that 5K. You know, I can see that happening, sure, that people want. But if we break that, then the next target is 3K, okay? So keep that in mind, guys. You do not want a lower low. You know, it could definitely happen, so just be prepared for the worst. But for right now, guys, if we look at the RSIs, we're still very, it's not oversold anymore, but it's definitely, you know, I'd say we first go back to the 50s. So, you know, to test, at least test, and that will get Bitcoin back up to, like, I think around 8K. You know, so that's $500 higher, and that should up the whole market a little bit. So yeah, that is what I'm looking at. I mean, the 12 hours still is just coming out of oversold. And remember, guys, after it did that here, we had a nice run as well. So we could potentially see a nice run to 8K, perhaps even higher. to 8.8, right around these tops. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys, for this video. Also, if you're not in my Telegram yet, join up with the CryptoPies blog, where you can ask me any questions, you can ask other people questions, and you know, just great things happen here. You know, people posting charts, talking about the news. There's a lot of great charts here, guys. Oh, I like that. I like that. You guys are busy, all right? So kind of what I'm looking at. So yeah, I like that, Toby. I like that. Definitely, we are on. Yeah, Toby, that's a good one. Okay, that's a good one right there. Oh. Oh no, that wasn't Toby. Sorry, guys. ICO. Was it? Maybe it was. Who posted it? Yeah, it is Toby. Toby, yeah. So yeah, that's a possible bear market. That's for sure. Definitely. And if we break out, we have a possible bull market. So guys, you know, everyone's posting their charts here and learning, and we all learn together, guys. If you say you know it all, then you know, just nah, you don't. All right, no one does. We are all learning every day, and we're just trying to make some extra money. All right. So I mean, you know, that is basically what we do here, guys. You know, we're just living off crypto. Well, not everyone, but there's some people in the group that is living off crypto. So yeah, it's and just trading, you know. And also, guys, if at any point, and you know, I cannot imagine this ever happening, but if at any point crypto would disappear, you at least learn to trade, right? And trading is a very valuable skill that you can put into other markets as well. All you need is people. And you know, human emotions go into the charts, and that is basically how we trade. So yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. Also, guys, join up with the CryptoPies feed, where I post all my videos. I post about upcoming ICOs, and I'm researching some right now, guys. You know, I get emails every day, almost every day, all right, from ICOs that want me to look into their project and stuff. But most of them I just decline, simply because of the fact that a lot of them are dApps, right? I'm not interested in dApps. So and good infrastructure projects, guys. If you know any, you know, just tell me, and I'll definitely look into it. And also check ICO drops all the time. Yesterday there was a great stream from the ICO drops people on their YouTube. Definitely subscribe to them as well, guys. ICO drops. You know, they talk about all the ICOs, and so yeah, it's just a great community to be in as well, you know, next to mine. Yeah, guys, that is pretty much it. Anyways, both telegrams will be in the description below, and if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, hit that post notification button, and if you've got any questions at all, leave a comment below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.